What's up, people? I'm Alex.
And I'm Topsy.
And we're Sync the Beat Podcast.
I don't know why I said that intro like that. I'm just so happy to be here, Alex.
Are you?
Yeah, I missed you.
Ah.
Joke.
Why do you think I didn't say it back, bitch? Guys, I saw her like last week.
Because what happened?
Oh, we hosted an event.
No, it was my birthday.
And we hosted an event.
On my birthday.
But Topsy weren't trying to do this event. I had to cuss her out first.
Because it was my birthday.
Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But yes, Topsy, how old are you now?
21.
And she spent it hosting a brilliant event, Echoes of Us, a BIPOC LGBTQ plus event curated by Mince and Moon. So thank you, mate. You know she's performing in DJ AG today.
I know, I saw. Big up you.
Big up you, babes. Well done. It was a good night. How do you feel the presenting went?
I thought it went really well. Do you know what? People always say we've got good chemistry.
No, I don't see it.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's not like we have a podcast or anything. So.
But you know what? I think it was what made it nice is everyone was really just friendly. That's why it was a very accepting atmosphere. Everyone was really like encouraging of one another.
Yeah, but like, guys, if you want us to host at your events, hit us up. We are available. We're willing. We're ready. And that's the kind of shit that we're trying to get into properly, honey.
Yeah. And you know what? Not everybody can host.
No.
Not everybody can host. I went to the UK Entertainment Awards.
And
you know, that? It was really good to see. But it was interesting just looking at people who host as a living or do like events or do like emceeing, you can see the difference to when they walked out on stage compared to just other people who were just presenting the award. Like being a host, you do have to have a certain aura about you. You do have to be able to like control the crowd, lift the mood of the audience. And it's not an easy skill.
That's the thing. Obviously, it's interesting hearing that from your perspective because you haven't been presenting for that long. So do you now see... This is no shade, I'm just speaking honestly, like openly. Do you see a difference in the level of how you presented back in the day, like when you started out this podcast?
Oh, hell
to now? And obviously now that you can see it when other people are presenting, that's very interesting.
I think before I never used to critically look at it that way, but now that it's sort of something that we're venturing into, I am sort of looking at it with that eye, and it's like, yeah, not everybody who presents is good and not everybody can. Like, I think a lot of people just think you just wake up one day and you yap. Being a yapper is not the same as presenting.
No, it isn't. There's so much that goes into the craft, which is why I'm so protective about it and so vocal about it. You, as you said, yeah, you need to be able to control the crowd, but you also need to stick to your timings. You need to speak concisely, clearly,
not stumbling over your words.
Not stumbling. You need to compromise, should you need to compromise. Manage where your microphone is. Manage your volume and how loud. And you need to also manage when to project, when to not project, when to interact with the crowd, when to bring it back.
And you can't it's all about it's almost like acting, but without a script. Because you can't just stand in one place and go, okay, guys, now I'm going to talk about blah, blah, blah.
I'm not listening. I'm not engaged.
You need to walk around. You need to be looking at people. Whether you can see anyone in the audience or not, you need to pretend that you're looking at people.
Look them in the eye.
Yeah, so it's hard. And I think I've definitely got a long way to go. But I'm excited for the challenge. Like it's been an interesting journey and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Music has been coming in bucket space because it's the rush to Christmas. And that means Mariah Carey has defrosted. Michael Bublé is on his sleigh. And we're just going to have probably another single by Band-Aid. And
no, excuse me, we spoke about them last year and we said they need to retire.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. No, it does snow in Africa, actually. And they know it's Christmas.
Lad Baby will be back as well. But yeah, the rush to Christmas and people are releasing albums and releasing music. What have you been listening to?
So on the topic of Christmas albums, Christmas songs, Coco Jones released one. Have you heard it?
or Christmas song.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it was released maybe like a week or two ago, and I think she's trying to get in there with the Christmas releases.
Yeah, because you have to release it around this time.
I have been listening to Rosalia's new album, Lux. It took us on an emotional roller coaster. Like, I was feeling all kinds of feels, and I made a video about it on TikTok. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But she gave us a cheeky like and follow.
She did. She followed us, our Sync the Beat podcast account on TikTok.
So yeah, that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, if you haven't heard the album, I want you to just go find a space, no distractions, just sit there, whether it's your car, your bedroom, and just kind of take it in. She's not even speaking English on half of the songs.
No, she isn't.
But it's weird how you can feel the emotion.
Yeah.
And I want more artists to do things like this, like surprise us. Like, traditionally, Rosalia is a Latin American singer. She does like reggaeton pop kind of vibes. So this was very surprising, but in a good way. Yeah, I think more artists should do these genre crossovers. Shock us. What do you think about it?
I listened to it in the gym, and I shouldn't have done that.
In the gym?
Because I didn't know what I was getting into. When I was listening to it, it was very abstract. It's a very abstract album. And there was a song that came on, and I heard a very specific voice, and it piqued my interest. Bjork. She has collaborated with Queen Bjork. Are you crazy? That is the queen of avant-garde music. So when I heard her voice, her signature vocals, I thought, yeah. I said, Rosalia, well done for getting... Bjork don't collaborate with just anyone, okay? And the fact that you have created a very avant-garde record that is very heavily Latin influenced, mixture of English and mainstream. It's not even mainstream. And you got Bjork to feature on one of your songs? Amazing. That means she rates you. I do want to listen to it and read the English translation so I know what's going on.
Quite nice.
I think it charted number 4 in the Billboard charts as well. So good for you. Bad Bunny's obviously headlining at the Super Bowl next year as well. So that's going to be in another language.
I think as English speakers, we're quite spoilt for choice because most people will sing in English, or even if they sing in their other language, the chorus is going to be in English. So I think it's quite good for us to listen to something else in not our native language and, you know, let us go up and Google translate it. And the album, for me, I feel like it could speak to lots of different people because she does actually speak in 13 different languages. 13, yeah. So I think there's some Russian in there, some Balkan languages, Latin. So yeah, it's global. It's more inclusive.
Good for her. Number 4 in the UK album charts and number 4 in the US. Everywhere else, she did very decent numbers. It went to number 1 in Austria, Belgium, German. Yeah, she did. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Can we talk about Summer Walker's new album? Have you listened to it?
So I've listened to a couple songs.
I think she's missed the mark.
I don't want to get cancelled again.
No, it's okay. I think Summer Walker's missed the mark with this album. I don't think it's any progression to what she's done before. I think her vocals and I think the production of it, like the vocal productions and how clear she sounds, whoever engineered her did a brilliant job. I just think the songs are boring.
I mean, I get that it's a trilogy, so it's meant to be like a continuation of the previous stuff, but it just felt like it all could have been on one album. I will say, when she first came out with Over It, that's my favourite album by her out of the trilogy. Like, Over It was so good. She had Come Through with Usher. I'm about to come through. Quarter past. I really liked that. And that was a sample of Just to Put It Down on You. Oh yeah, a sample of one of Usher's songs. And then she had Fun Girl, Potential. There was another song that she had on that album that was a sample of a Destiny's Child song.
Yes. Yes.
I can't remember which one it was.
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, so that, like, to me, that was a fun album. That was a great. I mean, it wasn't her debut, but it was a good introduction to Summer Walker for the wider audiences.
So the 2 halves of the album is called For Better and For Worse.
Oh.
There's some songs that I liked. I wouldn't return to it.
And she's really been going through this whole wedding theme. Do you remember she turned up to an award show with this old man and everyone's like, who is this?
It's a play on the photo is a play on a famous model who took a picture with her husband and he's elderly. So that's what it is. It's paying homage to that. I mean, I like the direction that she took. I just don't think the music is that great. I think it's the same old Summer Walker. That's not to say it's bad, but I just think I expected more. I do like Robbed You by Mariah the Scientist, so that was great. I did like Heart of Woman's great in general. The one of Sailor, Houseway, great. But yeah, for better or for worse, for worse. I am also listening to Frequency. Do you know who Frequency are? They are a 3-piece girl band that were created on Building the Band, which is on Netflix. That was just before Liam Payne died. He shot that with Destiny's Child, Kelly Rowland and Nicole Scherzinger. And yeah, they won the program. They've got a record deal. And they're consisting of Brianna, Nori, and Wenelli. They've released a couple songs. Top Down was their first single. Their second single, Once I Was a Good Girl, was written by Ray. And I think it's a great song. Let me tell you something about Ray though, and I know what she's been doing. Ray's been giving out her songs.
Why?
Because she has bare songs in it, but she's been giving out her songs. I don't think they reflect her right now. So Say Now, you know that 3-piece girl group in the UK, their song.
I have seen Frequency. Yeah. I saw this performance
with the girl that scribbles on her face. Yeah,
I've seen that performance. I like them. They were cool.
They're great. I think they have the potential to be big. My girl she needs to stop scribbling on her face personally. But yeah, Say Now. They have a song called Supermarket, which is written by Ray. Obviously, Frequency have come out of this. Ray is handing out her discography, and you can hear a Ray song. I know a Ray song when someone when someone else sings it. It's quintessentially her.
Does she have her vocals on it though?
No, but you know her flow. Like you know Ray's flow. And then obviously when Sia was big back in the day and she wrote for everyone, you knew that was a Sia vocal. You know? So it's interesting. But yeah, Frequency, to have a song, Once I Was a Good Girl, I think it's brilliant. I think they need to work harder on their harmonies. They need better music. They need to stay consistent. They need to have a relationship as well.
As in with each other.
With each other. I think they do. But make that tight. You see how Perry, Leanne and Jade are? Tight. Be personable to us as well, but the music they need to find their sound. We're missing a Fifth Harmony type sound. R&B pop.
But I feel like these are more edgy girls.
But is edgy going to appeal to everyone? That's the question.
Maybe
is it going to cross over?
But I feel like Fifth Harmony, I don't think they were as big as they could have been, you know? I don't think a lot of Fifth Harmony sat well with a lot of people.
No, they didn't. One Camilla left. But they were massive. I just think there's so many like girl bands that have been and gone that have been trying. So there was Boys World, there was Citizen Queen, there was Real Like You. Real Like You is a UK group. They won X Factor, the bands, but the other two are American, and they have similar sounds to what Frequency have, but none of these groups have broken through.
I love it. I love girl bands. I love the matching outfits as well.
Flo don't pay their...
What?
Have you heard the rumor? Flo doesn't pay their stylist. Yeah, so there was like a whole debacle with their stylist, and that's why they always look a mess. Babe, it's everywhere. Yeah, the gag is, oh look, Flo don't pay their stylist and they look a mess. It's real. But who cares? They're Grammy nominated now.
The first British girl band to be nominated in what, like
20 years? 20 whole years. Wow. So good for Flo. Yeah, I hate that. And good for Emanike as well. Yeah, consecutively produced the album.
Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, I don't really like Flo. And I was like, what? Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
I feel like for R&B from the UK, I think they're killing it.
Because they're one of the only few doing it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and they're doing it well.
As a group.
Yeah, so. I think they're doing it really well. We don't produce R&B girl groups. We don't.
We used to. You should watch Girl Bands Forever on BBC iPlayer.
Mystique was the last one we produced.
Eternal. Why are you giving that face?
Okay.
They were R&B.
Okay.
But and they were successful.
Were they?
They were successful. They had a #1 single. Okay. I want to be the only one to hold you. They were really good. They were really successful. They did moderately well.
Mm.
Robin is back with Dopamine, her first single since 7 years ago, when she released Missing You, when she released her album Honey, which is her magnum opus. Robin, if you're watching this, I have your lyric tattooed on my forearm, and it says, "Let the brightest place be your passion. Wherever you are happy, wherever gives you light and joy, that is your passion." Topsy, why are we here today?
The kids will never understand.
You lot won't ever understand shit. These Gen Zs and Gen Alpha, you don't know how we grew up listening to music and consuming music. You don't know. They weren't there in the days of the vinyls. Now they think it's cool to collect.
I find it interesting, our generation, because I feel we're that generation that knew what it was before technology, but we also know what technology is. So life, we've really seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it from the beginning. And I love watching those videos where people stop Gen Zers on the street and they ask them, "What's this?" And they're like, "I don't know."
They don't even know what a floppy disk is.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
We grew up with floppy disks, bro. Y'all didn't. We grew up burning CDs for our dads. They don't know what that is. Do you know, I had so much fun burning CDs. It was like a little mission.
I think I tried to one time and I got a virus on the computer. You know, like you guys don't know the struggles of McAfee antivirus. Like, if you're not careful, your whole computer will just go kaput.
Yeah, and it's game over, and your mum will shout at you. Like, it was hard out here on these streets. Like LimeWire didn't protect you. Whatever you downloaded on LimeWire, you just had to pray to God afterwards. Literally. Like, I remember downloading No Air by Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, and the song wasn't like a clean version. So it used to say like how do you spell music on demand. Oh my God, every single time.
I forgot about that. You are now listening to DJ Dudududu's track.
You lot don't know. We used to have that on our MP3 players on our phones. There were never clean versions. We couldn't afford to pay for a single. How do we even download it back in the day? Like, pay for it? There was iTunes.
Yeah, but it was expensive. You had to get the iTunes gift card. Like, for your birthday, you'd ask for iTunes gift card, and then maybe each song was like 99p. So if you got a £10 gift voucher, you could only download 10 songs. But I remember there was a point where, like, let's say there was a song you liked, you had to wait for it to be played on the radio, and you're sitting there and wait for it to come on so you can press record. So you're recording it from the radio. It's that deep.
Jeez, what a time. What a time. We used to have these little MP3 players. I remember Godfrey, my brother, he always got an MP3 player for his birthday. He had this little white one. Oh, he rented
They were basically just USBs that you could plug in and then listen to the...
Oh my God, they were USBs. So you put it into the computer, you download the tracks onto it, and you have your little 3.5mm head jack. Yes.
Some of them didn't even have screens. You just had to just press the next button. If you wanted to skip a song, you just press next. You didn't know what the song was called. There was no adding to queue.
None of that.
Actually, let's even take it back, because before that, you had portable CD. Okay, anyway, let's take it back to the beginning.
CD players.
Before all of this portable stuff, you had your speakers, like your radio speakers, your boombox. It's like, you know, when you guys see these old Jamaican men, or they're not always Jamaican, but you see these old men riding on bicycles with what do you call them?
You stereotype them.
Oh yeah, it's true. They might not all be Rastas, but most of them are.
Most of them are.
And you see them riding around on their bicycle. That's how people would listen to music, not outside of their home. You'd either carry your boombox on your head, or you will have it in your bike and you're cycling, playing it out loud. And that was normal. That was acceptable behaviour back in the day.
You'd go to Brixton, you hear people with boomboxes just blasting music.
And you just, be chilling in the street for maybe 5-10 minutes, just catching a vibe. And then we moved on to the portable CD players. But you're carrying around this massive round thing with all your little discs in the little wallet.
Loved it. I used to be so stupid. I used to put my PlayStation discs in there to see if it would work. Made no sense, right? I was young. It makes no sense.
I'm screaming. And if you scratch those CDs, that's it.
You're finished.
It's done.
You scratch your CDs, your CD is finished.
Everything's gone.
Sometimes it'll make a noise, and that's when you know that it's broken. Bruv.
But
What a time.
one thing that I remember, so you'd have like the official album of a song or whatever, but you get these like cover versions. So, you'd have like Now 56 or Now 64, but you'd get these companies that would re-record them, so it wasn't the actual singers on it, but it would be like a collection of songs, but it would be like some random singer that singing. Those were always a lot cheaper than the actual ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember we had one. On it we had like S Club 7, like
That's
Liberty X, but it wasn't them.
Like tribute versions.
Exactly, like cover versions.
That is so cheap, but it was okay. Like,
it was acceptable behavior back in the day.
Mad. What was the first CD you ever bought?
I think I said it before. Mine was Britney Spears, her first ever album, and I remember clearly she was introducing the Backstreet Boys on it. So
you have said this.
Yeah, halfway through she goes, "Introducing my friends, the Backstreet Boys," and they played like a little sample of their debut songs as well. So that was quite cool.
We don't do that no more. Life was so easy because you'd have your MP3 player and you'd have your brick phone, or you just have your phone where you can just text people. You used to buy 5-day pass. Do you remember 5-day pass?
Yeah.
Just to get 5 days of unlimited calls, unlimited texts.
And during those 5 days, you'll be messaging everybody.
Everyone. And then when you go quiet for a week, that's when you know you didn't have 5-day pass.
The funds have run out.
Oh my God. I used to have a little Sony Ericsson phone. It wasn't even a Walkman. It was just a Sony Ericsson. It was blue and it was silver. That was my first phone. And it had...
I never had a Walkman.
You've never had a Walkman?
No, I had a Sony Ericsson, but it was a flip phone. I never had a Walkman. Yeah. If you had a Walkman, you were like the elite.
You were cool. I was cool. But I had to beg. Anthony bought me the Walkman. He had to put money forward to get me a Walkman. I need to thank him. I'm going to call him afterwards and thank him. But I had this little Sony Ericsson and it didn't have Bluetooth on it. It just had infrared. But I didn't know Bluetooth was still fairly new at the time. So
tell them about infrared.
Do
you guys know what infrared is?
You lot don't know what infrared is. Like, infrared is actually all around you. How do you think you turn on your TV with a remote? With infrared for us, if you wanted to send me a song, or I wanted to send you a song, what would we do, Topsy?
Our phones would have to touch.
We'd have to do this
at an angle. It was always at the edge of the phone, like this.
And you just have to leave it on the table.
For like 5 minutes.
Even longer than that sometimes.
And if you accidentally forgot and then you picked it up, that's it.
Game over.
Lost. You have
the
to start
connection
again.
is lost. Your song ain't getting transferred. Oh my goodness. Like, every time we used to be like this. I remember like my friend John on the back of the bus, 678 bus going to my school, St. Bon's, repping. Well, they don't rep me, so move. Anyway, he was like, "Oh, I found this artist online and she's singing about foreheads and children playing in playgrounds." I said, do you know what song that is?
No.
Right? But before I tell you, then you'll probably remember the lyrics. It was Ellie Goulding, Starry-Eyed. Forehead first, forehead first, like children playing playground games. Next thing we're touching.
Oh yeah. Next thing we're touching.
So that was the lyric, and that's how John explained it to me. It used to be word of mouth that we hear about songs. So ever since he said that, there's this like new weird indie girl. She's called Ellie Goulding. She's singing about foreheads. And back in the day, I had a complex about my forehead because everyone used to call me Drawback. Do you remember we used to say that? Drawback.
I never called anyone Drawback.
Yeah, I always got it. Oh, Drawback. Fuck you lot now. Like, I'm thriving in life, so.
With your big forehead.
Yeah. Babe, my forehead is glistening. I serum it every fucking day, every morning, every evening. My forehead is what gets me places. Foreheads are sexy. Foreheads are in. Because when Rihanna came on and Neo came on, you lot didn't say shit. So who's the Drawback now, bitch?
But Neo always wore a hat, so we never really saw his forehead.
Until he took the hat off.
And then we realised he was bald.
Yep. But still, he has money. But it's cancelled. Anyway, so most of it used to be word of mouth. And you go on YouTube and then you YouTube who the artist is and like what they're about.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was so much more authentic.
I remember as well, we also, before the days of Instagram and TikTok, we used to have this thing called Bebo and MySpace. And they were basically like your homepage. It was like having a website without building a website. Oh, and we had Pixo as well. So on these little pages, you could kind of like customize it, add your little badges, but then you could also put a song on the home screen. So anytime someone would go on your page, this song would play. And then you could choose who your like top best friends would be.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh
And
my God.
friendships were fleeting in school because one minute you'll have so-and-so as your best mate and then the next week somebody else. And it's like you'd always
Yep.
have to check to make sure they still had you as their best friends.
Oh,
And if
yeah.
they removed you, you better reorganize your list as well. But that was also a good way of discovering new artists as well. Like you go on people's pages and you just kind of see, oh, they're listening to blah, 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 blah. Who's that?
No, literally, like you go on someone's pages, there'll be like probably like glitter on their page.
Or it was always a glitter font.
Glitter.
Why was it a glitter font?
But then it was eye-catching, and like everyone, like you had the best page. You had to have the best page back in the day,
No,
and the best song. So as soon as you access the page, then you hear like Nicki Minaj, like "Moment for Life" or some shit.
When you deep it, we were actually mini coders in the
We
making.
were.
Like everybody was basically coding.
We were all coding.
Yeah.
We don't really have that anymore. We just make videos now and do silly
Yeah.
dances. But back in the day, we were fucking coders. Yeah. Well, we had Bebo. We had MySpace as well. That's why we got bare artists.
Yeah. And then there was also this thing called MSN Messenger.
Oh my God, MSN.
So before
Loved
WhatsApp,
it.
you'd finish your day at school, then you quickly run home.
With
You'd log on to MSN.
with your computer that has a back off.
And then it had that, what was that noise? It was like,
Yeah.
it was that noise. So every time you hear that,
Yeah.
and then there were the group chats on MSN and you just,
Crazy.
it was just going off.
Loved it.
And then in everyone's like status, you'd have some like a lyric.
Or NP, hashtag NP now playing the song. Or you'd have a lyric and it's like, when someone had like a deep, sad lyric, you knew they were going
through
it.
some things.
Yeah.
Or they were always like indirecting somebody. Those indirects.
Oh my God, you remember when you had to keep logging on to get someone's attention? And then and sometimes they don't even message you. It's like, can you fucking message me? Hello, I'm here. God, what a time.
And then moving on from that, I never had a BlackBerry, you know.
No.
I never had a BlackBerry. I was never a BlackBerry gang.
You missed out.
no,
Babe, BlackBerry was iconic.
Tell me about BBM, what happened?
Oh, BBM. BBM was a safe space. Everyone was there with their BlackBerry bolts, BlackBerry curves. Oh, I saw BBM. It would be like 25F, da 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 da. Like, it was just, sometimes you'd put a blank profile on to know if you're going through it. You'd be pinging with the ping exclamation marks. I remember getting my first BlackBerry. That was a time. My first friend was Melissa and Kia.
Aww.
And Nicole, actually. Brilliant times. It was just amazing.
And also, you'd be making friends with random people.
Yeah, you don't know who they are.
Yeah. You just all be randomly added to like a massive group chat. And then from there, you might find a connection with somebody. And then you kind of take that conversation into your own private chats. Yep. And half the time, they were just random people. Sometimes you'd never meet them.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope. I remember this one guy that people loved. And he didn't go to our school, though. He was called, I still remember his name. He was called Paul Lewandowski. It was this tall basketballer in my year, light-skinned, and the girls used to fan over him, and they all had him on BBM and Facebook. But I've never met this man in real life.
Where are you, Paul Lewandowski?
For years, I didn't think he was real, but he was real.
I hope you're well.
I hope you're well too. But yeah, BBM was a time. We used to send music and write stuff to each other all the time. And then obviously, what did we have after that? That's when WhatsApp was starting to come through.
WhatsApp became a thing. And then also around that time, so this was what 2010, 2009, YouTube was also like very up and coming.
Yeah.
So then that was also another way to discover artists. I remember the first time, I don't know if I told this story before, I remember the first time I discovered Justin Bieber. So we were in the Swiss Centre.
I remember. Not yours. I remember where I discovered him too.
Oh, so we were in the Swiss Centre and I was with Sarah Britton and Stephanie McRoy.
So iconic.
We were in the pool table, the room with the pool table, and they were like, oh my God, have you heard about this new guy? And they were like, me plus you. And I'm like, what are you guys singing? They were like, yeah, you need to go home and like search this guy on YouTube, da 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 da. And they're talking about Justin Bieber.
And they were fangirls.
No, they were stan.
Like Sarah, Imogen, Ruth, Caris, Stephanie. They were
proper stans.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like when like you're a music exec and you're trying to market these artists, you're marketing to these little girls. Yeah. And it literally was word of mouth. That's how I discovered a lot of artists, actually. Word
of mouth. Godfred introduced me to Justin Bieber. He started playing one time. I remember we were on my brother's bed and he started playing the song. He loved it. Godfred ate it up. One thing about Godfred was ahead of time. He knew the big artists. Like he was a Michael Jackson stand down to watching it on YouTube. it was just a moment.
Yeah. These were people's viral moments before viral moments were a thing. And then you'd rack up the views, people will comment in, and like you could have like some people would be arguing in the comment section.
They still do. They still do.
But that's how like a lot of people got discovered from YouTube. Like Justin Bieber, he was doing covers. People like Conor Maynard, he was doing covers.
Conor Maynard, yes.
Even Soulja Boy, he was discovered on YouTube. Who else was discovered on YouTube? Lily Allen, was she discovered on YouTube?
Lily Allen was mainly discovered on MySpace. Well, she blew up from MySpace. Her songs London and from her everything from her first album. I think I read like her label didn't want to release certain songs as singles, and then London blew up on MySpace and she released that and it was big everywhere. And then Allen's now the Lily Allen we knew today. Adele as well. Adele came from MySpace. I remember listening to Adele.
Do you remember Rebecca Black?
We all remember Rebecca Black. Friday,
gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking to the weekend.
Iconic. Like that was our time when. Do you remember? Oh my gosh, you remember this song? I want to see if you remember it. Okay. What boy? I'm feeling kind of weak. Wait, let me speak. You use me, abuse me, and now you're trying to lose me. You don't remember this? Because you were trying to be here at 6 in a skate in a chicks. Get out of here with your army flicks. Tired of your bullshit. No, you know this. I need to show you. No. You know this.
Oh boy, I'm feeling kind of weak.
What are you talking about?
Because I'm hot now, drop now. Who's gonna bust now? Put region potentials looking kind of break. Cause you know, bad boy, use a fake, use a
Actually, start out of tune. You know, bad boy.
This was iconic. This, babe, look at the chorus.
Trips, get out of here from my army clips and tiny quick ball.
Why was it? People love filming in the underground car park.
In the car park. Chardonnay, wherever you are in the world, you are iconic.
Do you remember Stormzy, Shut Up?
Tell man, shut up.
That's how he blew up off that YouTube video, just him and his boys filming in the park. And it was like a way of bypassing being signed to a label. YouTube was a way for artists to just market themselves for free. And a lot of people's careers launched from YouTube who I don't think would have launched otherwise. Like, think about it. Stormzy wouldn't have been who he is today. Like, I'm not saying he would never have been signed, but it was very hard back in the days to be an underground grime artist. Like, he was a teenager at the time. Nobody knew him. He was just spitting bars in his room for his mates. And look at him now.
Bears of them did that though, like Kojo Funds, Jay Huss,
Dave.
And look, do you remember that moment where Kojo Funds and Jay Huss had the same song and one of them remixed it, Want From Me?
As in they both wrote the same song?
No, so it's Kojo Funds' song and then Jay Huss remixed it.
And I was going to say, so with the advent of YouTube, music videos became a thing of anticipation. Like, I know we had like the Michael Jackson music videos, but they were more like films. Music videos now became like these 2-3 minute high production things. And it was like, oh my God, have you seen the new release by da 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 da? And it became a thing of like, if you released a music video and you had a cameo of like Timberland, or you had a cameo of Jay-Z, or you had a cameo of Kanye West, it was like,
it was a moment.
You were co-signed and you were legit.
Yep.
Like, that was the signature of like, okay, cool, you're authentic. And before we recorded this episode, I was just watching music videos, and I was watching Usher's Make Love music video. Love in This Club music video. Do you know Kerry Wilson was the video vixen in that? Yeah. Kanye West is in the music video. Beyonce was in the music video.
No way.
Then they did a part 2. You know, to get Beyonce to do a cameo in anything was hard work.
Was it?
Yeah, I think Beyonce, she doesn't just feature on anyone's
No, but I feel like she was more willing to do it back in the day.
Okay, yeah, true. Back in the day, as opposed to now, yeah. But even still, it was like, to get Beyonce to co-sign you, that was good.
And Beyonce was on their, that was their level. And then Beyonce did this.
She said, peace out. I'm going into the stratosphere. Yep. But even like, what else was I watching? I was watching like Ludacris's videos, and like Rick Ross, DJ Khaled were always in the background of things. And then we also had like little mini Avengers. So, you know, we had like Young Money. We had like, what was Timbaland's
Money.
group called? Timbaland had a group, and then Nelly was part of the Lunatics. Yeah, so there were all these like different groups. So it was like when one of them released a song, they'd all be in the background doing their little cameos as well, and they were like just little mini moments.
I liked it when it all made songs together as well. Like obviously with Young Money, it was Bedrock.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj,
Iconic.
Drake,
Bears.
Lil Wayne.
Bears of them.
That was a good trio.
UK was
August
real deep.
Alsina was a part of them for a minute. Something like that, yeah.
From the UK, the collective was Roll Deep.
Hey, 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 hey. Thinking about you.
Now, DJ Target hosts on 1H. He's been there for years though. But yeah, collectors were a thing. But also, if you were legit on YouTube, you'd have the Vivo cosign. Your handle would say, let's say, Justin Bieber, Vivo. Beyonce, Vivo.
That was like the official thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you had Vivo, it meant you were a legit artist. It was high production, 1080p.
Yeah.
None of this 4K nonsense.
No, it was literally just 1080p at a stretch. And it means that you were signed, you were legit, and people actually listened to you.
And do you remember when you used to watch these like high production videos, you'd have to let it buffer?
Oh my God, yeah. It would be so slow. Jeez.
But and you had to like watch the little bar go all the way, like grey bar go to the end, and you're like, okay, cool, I can watch it all the way through.
Child, we were fine with that. But now YouTube is dwindled. Not a lot of people. YouTube is still big, but a lot for different reasons. But a lot of people don't watch music videos anymore.
I don't think people. Not everyone makes music videos, and they don't even bother to put the same level of production in them that they used to. Like sometimes when I think about the graphics that went on in some people's it was like.
Oh my God, do you remember Holly Valance Kiss Kiss? You don't have to act. And she was naked, and it was blurred. She was naked in a video, babe. She wore like nude bra and panty, but it was blurred out on television, and she's swinging on a hoop, and it's all like white and silver. Like that was my gay awakening.
I remember her from
Having Away or Neighbours.
Yeah, Australian girl.
That video was played everywhere on music channels, mind you, because we had music channels back in the day. That was my gay awakening. That and Dirty by Christina Aguilera. And Tattoo, All the Things She Said.
All the things she said. All the things she said. That music video was hot.
They were children,
hot.
But they were kids.
I am
looking at what? And they're behind the railing, and like people are just watching them in the rain, and they're just standing there declaring their love in schoolgirl outfits.
Made me feel some things.
No, but think about it now. That's child exploitation.
Yeah, it was a little.
They weren't even lesbians in real life.
I thought they were
planned and orchestrated. But that video was probably every man's who's queer gay awakening, or this is why a lot of men watch lesbian porn. Yes. They loved it. But again, it was child exploitation. It was weird. They were very young when that video came out. And then Dirty came out. I used to, too dirty to clean my act up. I used to watch that shit for the men. Christina Aguilera is the only person who can wear dreads. She's the only one who I give her a pass for wearing dreads in that video.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because she ate that.
This is very like, for the times, this was
raunchy.
Yeah.
Raunchy, babe. Do you know what else is raunchy?
What?
Have you seen All Over the House by Skepta?
All Over the House. You know, as a child, do you know what they're doing all over the house?
In the kitchen.
all over the house.
And have you seen the music video?
Well, maybe I have. I can't remember.
Topsy, you've never seen a music video to All Over the House?
I feel like I might have. Let me refresh my memory.
No, Topsy, you can't find it online. It was a porn video. And he was singing while porn stars were having sex.
Were they actually porn stars?
Yes, and they were having sex in the video. In the kitchen, on the bed, on the floor, on the couch. You see them piping. Skepta, what were you thinking, bro?
Oh no, that's a bit too much.
Let me show you.
No. Nothing is left to the imagination. Yeah, I never saw this back in. Yeah, My innocent 13-year-old self was definitely not watching that music
But
video.
it was played on Channel U after hours, because Channel U used to play NSFW videos after hours. After like 10 o'clock, they'll play very explicit stuff.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. I don't know what Skepta was thinking at that time. But that was what I grew up with.
I mean, there's pushing the bounds of creativity and the shooting a porno. And that was shooting a porno.
Literally banned everywhere. But they don't do it like that anymore.
I should hope not.
What a time to be alive.
Wait, so I'm sorry. People getting onto Sabrina Carpenter for being on all fours. Meanwhile, people were doing nonsense like that.
People actually fucking in videos before, guys. Like,
nothing left to the imagination. Wow.
At all. But then even during the TV era, like obviously we had TV shows like Clubland TV, we had Stars, you know, we had Chartso TV, we had Scuzz, we had The Vault, we had Flavor. This is where we got our music videos from. And the whole reason why I list those TV channels is because on my, I don't know if you saw it, on my Instagram, I posted on my story, like the kids don't know what it was like watching your favourite artists on television. And on Stars, it was, I mean, to be fair, this is quite late in the generation, but we still had television channels at the time. It was when the Saturdays went #1 with What About Us? And that was played on Stars. And it was, you guys don't have that. You guys never experienced of, what was the music channel numbers on Sky? Like 321, 322? Like that. You guys don't know what that was. Like, we discovered Ed Sheeran from Channel U.
I'm in love
You
with
need
the
me
shape
and I
of
don't
you.
need you. You need me and I don't need you. That's where I discovered Ed Sheeran.
With the advent of all these different streaming platforms, and as we're sort of progressing from one stage to the other, it's now made music more global and just more accessible. And it's just so interesting how times have changed. Like, looking back and reflecting.
Nothing special anymore. Discovering music for the first time doesn't feel special anymore.
And you know what? I feel like we're sort of being told who to listen to. And I get that technology is a great thing. But when I look at things like, whenever I go on Spotify, it tells me, it suggests music to me. And I don't know if I like that.
It's the algorithm.
Yeah, because
it's suggesting what you should, based on your listening.
Yeah, but it's telling me what I should like. But sometimes I might like something that is completely different to what you think my taste is.
We're being controlled by AI.
We
Everything
literally are.
you do is changing your algorithms and tailoring it to you. It's going to get worse, Tops.
Yep. I was watching this video and somebody was like saying, be careful when you take everything ChatGPT says as gospel. They asked ChatGPT a question and it said, yeah, research shows 80% of people agree with this. And the person was like, oh, can you show me the article or like where you got this information from? And then it was like, oh, this cannot be found.
No way.
Yeah. And then ChatGPT was like, oh yeah, I basically made this up to agree with your point. But if you want me to fact check it for real, then I can do.
Shit.
So yeah, like like ChatGPT kind of makes points to agree with what you're saying. Like, and I've realized when you ask it a question, it will frame it to kind of support your argument. It will never say, no, what you're saying is completely wrong.
Yeah. No, it always say that like, oh, this is a great question. I completely agree with you. They will never actually say,
maybe you should rethink that.
Like, you're chatting a bit too much. It never says that. And I wish it did. Be good with me. Be good with me.
But yeah, it's just interesting that we are sort of being told what our taste should be rather than kind of rediscovering music and coming across new artists for ourselves.
To be fair, growing up, music was unwillingly thrusted into our earlobes because, again, obviously when you turn on a music channel and you're waiting for your song, your favourite song, you have to wait.
Yeah, and you have to listen to whoever they're playing.
Yeah, exactly. So you have no option. Like, do you remember? I said,
ha, heaven to the heavens, say you know I'm a hobby and they boogie they beat.
Bruv. It will just come on the TV show, on a TV channel, and you'd have to listen to it.
Yeah.
So we automatically had to like it.
But the thing is, though, if it was a good song and people genuinely liked it, then it would be liked. People wouldn't just jump on the bandwagon. Yeah, they'd only replay stuff that people liked. But I feel like nowadays they try to force feed us who we should like. Like, I have nothing against Tyler, but it's like they're really telling us, I'm so sorry. Like,
that's interesting.
If you put in Chanel.
I love that. I love Chanel.
Alex, let me
say you ain't say you love me. You ain't put me in Chanel.
The first time I heard it, I thought this is it's a cop-out song. Like, they chose a catchy tune, catchy lyrics, but there's nothing creative about it. And the more times you listen to it, the more times you're going to like it. And it's like, I know the lyrics off by heart. I have never sat on my phone and played it myself. But because they used the pop formula and made it, and I'm not, the numbers will tell a different story. But what I'm saying is, they're really telling us you will like Tyler by Force by Fire. And don't get me wrong, I like Tyler. Don't get me wrong. I do like Tyler. But they're really telling us you should like her.
Well, do you know what, Topsy? You ain't say you love me. You ain't put me in Chanel. Say you love me. Put me in Chanel.
So, guys, we have been joined by a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Adam.
And what do you do, Adam? 1 + 1 = 4.
So I'm one of the directors of 144 Studios, and I'm also a finance assistant for Amra Music.
Bup.
So we are talking about...
We're talking about our past, and Adam is a blast from the past. So we actually went to school together.
For these two.
No, first of all, I wasn't going with that. He's a blast from the past in the sense that we went to school together. So one of the ways we actually became friends was on MSN. So like I said, you'd run home after school, you'd log onto your laptop and you'd talk to your mates. And I think me and Adam, I don't remember if we spoke about music, but I remember we spoke about poetry and used to be like really into like spoken word and doing poetry and things like this. He was very like introspective and thoughtful.
Sensitive.
You were actually a really sensitive guy.
Way too sensitive.
You used to cry a lot, didn't you?
Nah, I cry more now.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
Why are you crying?
Just life has been a little bit more like hit and miss, I guess, with certain things. And like, you know, life gets you down. But I think back then, I think I had more of the thought processes, but less of the emotions. I think I could like verbalize it rather than actually feel it.
So how did you discover music as like growing up as a teenager? Like, what was your mode of that?
So I guess my earliest memory of music was, so there was a lady that came to stay with us when we were younger in Dagenham, and she had like a Walkman cassette player, and she gave it to me, and then I found like old tapes in the house. And then I figured out how to basically record the radio using the aux. So then I did that. And then I think I was like, probably like 9 or 10. And then I'd like have a little cassette Walkman and like walk into primary school. And then afterwards, when I was about 12 or so, my mum got me and my brother like a CD player Walkman. So upgraded.
Did you used to burn the CDs yourself?
Yeah, always. I was burning CDs all the way up until I had my first car. I was burning CDs. Like,
do you still have them?
LimeWire, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any CDs anymore. I think like after I found Spotify, my brother put me on Spotify when I was like a teenager. I think he managed, because I think when they started, they did like a free account. So if like someone referred you, then you could basically get it for free. So he had a friend who referred him and he told me about it, but obviously I didn't get referred. So I had like adverts for time. But then when I managed to get enough to pay for it, then yeah, I never looked back. I was still like downloading like whole albums here and there, but for the most part, you know, I'm a little pirate. But I can't do that now. I've got to rep the writers.
But we never used to kind of like think about that. Like,
even stuff?
Yeah, because they're like the writers and the artists, they're not getting the money.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Yeah,
it was just like our culture growing up.
Yeah.
Just what we did. And like what me and Topsy were saying, like we'd have to infrared each other. Send the phone. Like
that was the most annoying way of transfer. I'm so glad Bluetooth came around. You're having people walking around with 2 phones for like an hour.
Literally.
What a time.
3 megabytes, you know.
Honestly, no, literally that. That is, when you think about it in hindsight, it's actually nothing.
Yeah, technology's world a long way. One thing I remember as well is like back at the bus, people playing their music out loud.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing, because I was one of those guys, because I was like, I got the tunes, I'm gonna be the DJ. But obviously the elders didn't always respect it. But yeah, I think that was, for me, that was a time where I was like, I listened to new music, because like obviously like it was more your age and like anyone could kind of put it on, and like sometimes it could be something you've never heard of before. And I think that's why I learned or listened to like some crazy stuff. There was a time even in like school, I think it was like year 9, year 10, like I got really into dubstep. Yeah, I love dubstep.
That's different.
Yeah, I think it was just a different, like, because I never heard those sounds before.
Mm.
And I think it just felt very, like, high tech, just like exciting music. And I think I still like elements of it now. And I think you still get it. And I feel like even the trap we listen to today has those elements in it.
Of
Like, you know what I
dubstep.
mean? Yeah, because you don't have
Mm.
natural hi-hats that sound like that. You don't have 808s that sound like that. Dubstep, I feel like, well, for me anyway, it was like my first intro into those elements of music, because I grew up a lot more like in church and like African praise and like stuff like that. So I'm used to hearing bongo drums or like actual acoustic drums and like a bass and stuff like that. So things that were like electric sounding, they were very unfamiliar to me. And dubstep was like the first time I got it like full force, and it was just energy as well. And I was a bit more hype when I was younger. So yeah.
I never took you for a dubstepper.
Fam, you saw, so not like proper cutting shapes, none of that, but like, yeah.
But I do remember in school you were a little bit of a dancer. So Eden was on the
I swear.
dance team. We had
Oh
a
my
dance team.
days.
Yeah.
They were like the,
No
you
way.
remember
Supremacy.
the Jabberwockies?
Yeah.
What was your group called again? Supreme. Supremacy, that was it. Supremacy.
Yeah, shout out.
Well, Group Supremacy was the most mismatched group ever. It was Eden, this tall 6-foot black guy.
I was sick.
So how do you consume music nowadays? Like, how do you discover new artists?
That's a tricky one for me, because I've never really had like a formula per se. I think like when I was younger, like I said, it was like obviously listening on the bus. Sometimes my brother would say like tell me something, but I think now I think there was so I use Spotify a lot, Spotify Radio. I think I like, because I think Spotify does a good job of like capturing the vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like,
I agree.
With that, you can kind of find other artists that might be similar. But I think one thing I've started doing as well sometimes is like watching some video essays on music. So I think there's one that's called Digging the Greats. He's really good. And he will basically go through a lot of the history, the musicality, how they produced it. Like, and he plays bass as well, and he DJs, so he can really get into like the details of the song. There was another one, which was it called Offbeat? I think it was called Offbeat. And that was really good. Similar as well, video essays talking a little bit more about the history, and just about like particular like instrumentalists as well. I think that was his one.
Before you came in, we were having this discussion. So you seem like someone who quite actively tries to curate the sound that they're trying to listen to. But I was saying sometimes on Spotify, it just be suggesting things that I'm like, why do you think I like this?
No, I definitely have beef with Spotify, because like when they came out with this smart shuffle thing, they basically like, because I have bare like songs in it, because I've had Spotify since I was like 15 or whatever. Bare like songs, like about 3,000 or so.
Oh wow.
But then when they came out the smart shuffle thing, it'd be suggesting songs to me that were already in my like songs. So then it took a whole bunch of them out. So even now, like I listen to certain songs and I'm like, oh, I haven't listened to this in time, and it's not in my like songs anymore. Like things like Love Sick by Jerome Thomas, shout out Jerome, it's cold. Even like bait ones like Them Changes by Thundercat and stuff like that, and I'm like, bro, like
I don't know who any of these people are. Sorry. But I love that for you though.
No
Love
worries.
So it's interesting because you know how you said you discovered dubstep randomly? Spotify would never suggest dubstep to you now, or would it?
It might. So, because there was a guitarist called Tosin Abasi who did he did like a little rock track with this guy, and the riffs in it were crazy, like very rocky and stuff. But yeah, and I did that, and then it showed me another artist called Aldo, who does this, like he plays guitar in like a thumping sort of way, so he slaps it like you slap a bass guitar, but then like obviously with a rock tune and background. It's like really cool, really interesting. So I don't know if it would or wouldn't, because my music taste is still a bit varied. It's not like straight Afrobeats or hip hop or one. It's quite broad. But I think it would be difficult to get me on like on a crazy one. I'd have to listen to it from, I don't know, like that's
certain
have to come
playlists
from like people. Because I remember even like Jordan Rakai, I learned about him because I was literally just in Boots.
And you heard it.
And I heard him play. I was like,
Shazam.
What is this? Yeah, Shazam right there.
So I'm scared we're going to lose the art of just discovering random new artists with the use of like AI, who's kind of curating what it thinks
But it's been doing this for a minute, though.
Mm.
I feel like it's been doing this for a
We're
minute.
secretly being mind controlled.
Well, we're not being mind control. I feel like it's just making it. It thinks it's making it easier for you. But I think it's up to you to kind of break that cycle. If it's suggesting music, just say no or dismiss, and then just go about your day. I think if you want to discover new artists, go to gigs. Obviously, is it? Yeah, make believe are doing their final event at Factory.
Make believe.
Is it Make Believe? Let's start this again. What is the name of the event? R and Brit are doing their final event at Factory 15, where new artists are going to be performing. So with all these independent gigs, I feel like that's where people are now getting their new artists. But then also, I also think it's down to you selecting certain playlists. So like, I listen to New Music Friday playlist every Friday on Spotify. Mainly top to bottom, if I get that far. And it's varied. You get your drill, you get your rap, you get your pop, you get your indie, you get your electronic, you get house, you get everything in new music. And sometimes, well, most of the time, I always have at least 3 songs that I'm saving and adding to my lights playlist, and I listen to them later. Most of them have released bodies of work, and that's why they're on New Music Friday, because they're releasing a body of work. So that is how I consume my music. I think more people need to kind of maybe adopt that kind of method or try it out and see if it works for you. But especially if you're trying to look for different diverse sounds, it is going to be tricky for you to find, because everything now is kind of curated just to what you already listen to.
Yeah. And I think even speaking to that as well, like, because I think traditionally people used to go to club nights to find out new music. You know what I mean? I think, I can't remember where, like, I was scrolling on Instagram and a guy was talking about it, did like a short video essay. And I think I think first point is like, I think there was a time where people playing loud music from cars was how you found out about new music. Like, it'll just be bumping and you'd be like, yo, that bass is banging. Like, who is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you want to find it out. I think traditionally it was like DJs, and then like it's the mix of the sounds. They'll bring in like crates from archives from different places. And I think that was what would inspire people. That experimentation in like the garage scene and stuff like that is what kind of birthed new sounds, even in production and stuff like that. And
bootlegs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I feel like now, and I think that's what the guy was saying in the clip, it's like now the DJs are like, they only play songs that people already know, because they just want people to just dance and have a vibe. It's less of like an experience and a journey through it. And I think like maybe that's why, I don't know, because I don't really listen to DJs like specifically like that. But it's definitely a thing that I feel like needs to come back in a way, because I feel like the culture generally is just a bit stush.
We are stush.
So yeah, we need to just be able to like open up to just like exploring new things, because yeah, man, that's where you're gonna get. And like, also shout out my brother, because I can't lie, he really put me on music. Like, he really like put me on, because I think I managed to get an iPod Touch from him, probably, actually. And then I think he basically showed me how to make sure all my music was neat with the pictures and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah, the libraries. Yeah. Because you can change your artwork as well.
Yeah. So he made me search for that. Well, he didn't make me, but he showed me how to, and I always did it. And like, it made me just appreciate the music so much more. But he put me on one artist that I will never forget, Slacker the Beat Child. Like, the bomb. Like,
what kind of music is?
It's like soul music, like literally like soul music, not like neo soul, but like funky
traditional
rhythm
soul.
Yeah, you know what I mean, something that you want to groove to. And like, Slacker is like underrated, and he's now moved in a little bit more into the indie space. But like, back when he did like Soul Movement 2, he had 2 songs with Drake on there when Drake was on. Yeah, like, it's cool. He had Enjoy Yourself, which is a banger, and what was the other one? Bad Meaning Good. That was a good one as well. And like, those songs, I feel like those carried me like in terms of the love of music, like through my years, because like I'd always go back to them. That's what even introduced me to Drake and made me like Drake until after Marvin's Room. I think that was the last album I liked. But actually no, Nothing was the same. I enjoyed that, but then after that it was Nothing. I
miss old Drake, man.
Yeah,
old Drake was the best.
Old Drake really was brand new.
Go on, come on, vocals.
I think for me, my favorite singer, hands down, might be like Lala Hathaway. I think
That's interesting.
I think she can.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. When she did that, I was like, nah, you're different.
You know, we can all do that in the morning.
Nah, but to control it, bro.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And to get in tune with it, that's crazy.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that snarky puppy thing was crazy.
Sick. No, you know what? She is brilliant. She is great, but I don't think she's one.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, but music is subjective.
It is.
And I do rate her. I personally think one of the best singers of our generation is Whitney Houston.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Fair. I'll give you that.
Mm.
I'll give you that.
Power,
Yeah.
agility, and just her tone.
Mhm.
You know Whitney's song. Bruv, I was listening to her cover of Shaka Khan's I'm Every Woman, and what she does in that fucking bridge. She makes me so angry
Did you
because
say
how can you
Lola
really do that?
Hathaway?
Layla.
Lala.
Layla.
Is it Lala or Layla?
Lala. I think it's Lala.
Okay,
Oh, Layla.
Lala. No, it's Lala.
Oh, Lala. Yeah.
Yeah. Not from Teletubbies.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's brilliant.
Well, on that note, I really enjoyed doing this podcast. Eden might get us cancelled again.
Nah, never that.
I am going to make this a reel, by the way, so I want to see what the
God.
Beehive say.
That's all right, man. I'm not even on socials, man.
We are not affiliated with the thoughts and feelings of this person.
Yeah.
My wife will protect me.
That's
Hey, big up
wife. He said wife. Go on.
I don't have my ring yet, but soon comes.
It's Ray, where is my husband? Has she sung that to you yet?
No.
Your missus?
No.
Okay, cool.
She mostly sings gospel songs.
Okay.
That's when I see her really like. That's when I know. Oh, you can harmonize. Oh,
Wow.
She's
You
a
two be
singer.
harmonizing together.
in church, yeah, but not outside.
That is so wholesome. Topsy's, where is her husband's?
Boy.
Well, she has options.
Oh my God.
She has,
I'm not surprised.
Let's
Topsy has
end the
options.
let's end the
Topsy has a
podcast.
list.
I'm
and
not
then we can
surprised.
Topsy has a fucking list. I am in a fucking trap.
Hey.
No, listen. Hi.
I'm
Me,
just
you like me?
minding my
You know,
business.
Topsy, like, you're just so chill, you know. The other girls are not like you.
And she's like, oh my God, really? I just test eyes.
Trust me.
Lying.
Trust me.
You know you're a baddie. You know her hair is based off Tyler.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
That was a look for today.
That's
you know you want
been
to
a look for the
smile.
week.
Just let it out, man.
Anyway, we have been Sync the Beat podcast. This has been Sync the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Topsy.
We've never said this on an outro ever in our
let's try
fucking
it
lives. No,
differently.
it's disgusting. They know who we are. We've released like 30 episodes. So guys, we're going to wrap up this episode. You can find us on all social platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, streaming on Spotify, Apple Music and Amazon Music at Sync the Beat Pod. Eden, where can we find you?
Bro,
Don't find him. I cannot be found.
trust.
You can find him on his wedding day in Nigeria.
Come down to 144 Studios over here.
We've been Sync the Beat. Peace out.